What's up guys? So today we will be making a really cute Easter wreath with items from the dollar store. What you will need: a really cute and adorable center. This one says "Some Bunny Loves You" and I just thought it was so cute. I have solid burlap ribbon, 2 inches in width. I also have really cute white polka dot burlap ribbon, 1.5 inches in width. And I have this cute polka dot sheer pink, 1.5 inches in width. Now I don't know if I'm going to use all of this ribbon, but I just have it here on standby so I can see which one I want to use as I go along making my wreath. I have a lot of white and blue Deco mesh. And I need the wreath ring. So this one actually was not purchased at the dollar store, but you can purchase a blank wreath ring and use Chanel stems and place them along the wreath ring just like this. And that would only cost you $2. So this wreath can be substituted with a wreath ring and Chanel stems from the dollar store. But I just decided to use this one just because it's a little larger and my sign is a little longer. So if you get a shorter sign, you can just use the regular one from Dollar Tree. Alright, you will also need a hot glue gun, scissors, or a rotary cutter. Let's get started. So I have 2 rows of the blue Deco mesh. And I'm just going to layer them one on top of the other. Just like that. And what I'm going to do is pull it together like this. Find a stem. Doesn't matter which one, just a random one. And I'm going to place it down and then twist it a couple of times. Just like that. So this, I'm going to take this all the way around the wreath, making nice poofy poofs. So, curl it to make a nice poof. Just like that. Come to the next stem. And twist it a couple of times. And that makes a nice size poof. You can make it larger or smaller. It's completely up to you. So I'm going to come around. Do the exact same thing with the next stem. Alright, so I'm going to have poofs all the way around. I'm going to continue doing this on the outer ring and then move to the inner ring. So I've come all the way around the outer ring and I'm just going to make one more loop to connect the last Chanel stem with the first one. And I'm just going to untwist the stem just a little bit, make my loop, and twist it back. Just like that. So I have loops all the way around. Now, since I have some Deco mesh left over, I can just continue on to my inner ring, or I can cut this and start all over for my inner ring. I'm just going to continue on just because it'll be easier. So I'm going to go from here to this Chanel stem right here. So I'm just going to make my loop. Place it down and twist it in place. Just like that. And then I'm just going to continue on exactly like I did the outer ring. So I'm coming to the end of my first row. I'm just going to make a loop, twist it in place, Then you can just tuck the excess away. You can cut it, whatever you like. It's not that much, so I just tucked it away. And I'm going to get a new roll and start it right here where I left off. And I just have a few more stems to go. Alright, 2 more rolls of Deco mesh. And again, I'm going to untwist, put that down, and twist it back. And just continue on where I left off. So when I come back to my starting point, I'm just going to make a loop, connect it here, and then cut off any excess. So I have my loop. I'm going to unravel, place it down, and then twist it back. Then just cut away the excess. And just tuck it away. Here we go. Alright, so we have all of our loops. Now for the fun part, we're going to add in our white deco mesh and our ribbon, our burlap, and all of that fun stuff. Alright, so don't forget this is what our center looks like. So I want to kind of accent the center. I have solid blue on my wreath. I want to have ultimately I decided on the white polka dot burlap. I just thought it was so adorable. I also have the sheer pink ribbon just to bring out the ears of the bunny. Then I have blue and white deco mesh that I will accent throughout as well. And these are all cut in 8-inch long pieces. The deco mesh 8 inches long, the burlap 8 inches long, and I just cut up an entire roll, so 1 roll. And I just cut maybe 10 pieces of the pink. I will cut more if I need it, but 10 is a good starting spot. And then I'll cut more of the deco mesh if I need that as well. So for the ribbon, you could definitely leave it like this. Or you can give it a nice cute ribbon cut, which is folding it in half, open ends at the bottom, the fold at the top, and cutting at a diagonal to give you a nice pretty ribbon cut. You can just do the exact same thing with the other side, open end at the bottom, fold at the top, and cut at a diagonal. There you go. So I'm going to cut the ribbon at diagonals, and then we'll start placing them on our wreath. Alright, so now it's time for the fun part, adding in our deco mesh and our ribbon. So, let's see. You can definitely keep the deco mesh rolled like this. Cute little curls. And place them down. Or, you can roll it at a diagonal. Just to make it longer. And it gives it that little point. You can even mix the two. Kind of like that. Get that placed down. But I also want to add in burlap, polka dot burlap, and also an accent of pink. So I won't have pink in every single bundle, I don't think. But that's what it's looking like. Again, you are free to do this however you choose. If you want all the deco mesh pointed, if you want only ribbon, only deco mesh, whatever, just have fun with it. So I just unraveled the chenille stem and then I twisted it back down. Just like that. That's what it looks like. So cute. Now, let me show you another one. Roll this at a diagonal. This. And just the burlap. Scrunch it together. Unravel. Place your deco mesh and then twist it back. Just like that. So cute. So I'm just going to keep varying the burlap, the pink, the blue and the white deco mesh until I get it placed all the way around the ring. Alright, so I've gotten all of my ribbon, my burlap polka dot, my pink polka dot, my white deco mesh, and my blue deco mesh all in place. And I've kind of put blue, white, and burlap in each chenille stem, but I put pink in every other chenille stem. But you could definitely do exactly what you want, completely up to you. Now, if my chenille stems were like a pretty color, I would like curl the ends and leave them out. I want to kind of tuck them away because they don't really go in with my color scheme. But if you do have stems that go in with your color scheme, you can definitely, let me show you, take a pair of scissors and just curl the chenille stem like that and keep it in place. So I'm just going to get these all tucked away, and then we will add our sign to the center. And it's no specific way, I'm just like tucking it down as best I can. And the brown is still showing a little bit. If you'd like, you can cover that with, let's say, Easter eggs, or you can even, say you can take a chenille stem and like twist it, twist it, twist it. To a nice size. Then you can cut it and place it in the center just to cover up the brown. Completely up to you. We have our nice pretty center. And we're going to just put it in place. There is brown on the sign, so you could definitely leave the brown showing if you'd like. Just going to cut that because it's meant to hang, but we are not going to hang it. We are just going to attach it to our wreath. It's going to go in the center. Alright, so for our center, just going to take 2 chenille stems, twist them together to make one long chenille stem. Then we are going to glue this down towards the top. Take 2 more chenille stems, twist them together, and glue this towards the bottom. So we want the chenille stem long enough to where we have enough space to twist it and anchor it down to our wreath. So we're just going to hot glue this in place. Just like that. Now we are ready to anchor it down to our wreath. Alright, so I'm just going to move everything slightly because I don't want to cover up too much of the wreath because it's so pretty. There we go. Alright, once you think you got it in place that's just perfect, then you want to go ahead and anchor it down. So you're just going to go from one chenille stem to the next. Going to find the ring and just twist it in place. And I like to twist it a couple of times just to make sure it's nice and secure. No specific way, just twist, twist, twist. And then move on to the next one and do the exact same thing. I'm just twisting it around the actual ring, not any chenille stems, but I'm taking my white chenille stem and twisting it around the wreath ring so that it's nice and sturdy. Okay, so I have all 4 chenille stems anchored down. Now I'm just kind of shaping my wreath around my centerpiece because I don't want any empty space showing. So I'm just making sure it's nice and covered. Alright, so that's just looking so cute and adorable. If you don't want the brown part to show, even after you've tucked it, it kind of shows a little bit. The other option you could definitely do is taking some really cute styrofoam eggs, and I have them in like a sparkly pink color. It's so adorable. And just hot glue them right over where you have the chenille stem showing. And that'll just be a cute extra little touch. But again, if you prefer to curl the white chenille stems or pink chenille stems, you could definitely do that as well. There's so many different options, so just go with what works best for you. Okay, so let me show you what it's looking like. That's what it's looking like. It's just so cute and adorable, and it adds an extra little touch while covering up your chenille stems. Alright, I'm going to get the rest done and show you what it's looking like. So, this is what it's looking like. So cute and adorable. Just adds that extra touch, and again, it doubles and covers your chenille stem.